What's up everyone, we're back with another video, and in this video we're going to be going over how to set up your macros according to your lifestyle and the way that you eat, as well as your goals. So this is actually going to be really simple. Hopefully you have been following me for a little while now, and I put up a video a while back on how to figure out what your total maintenance calories need to be on a daily basis. If you didn't catch that video, I'll put a link in the bio, and then that will show you how to pretty much type in all your information and find out how many calories you need on a daily basis just to maintain your current weight. Okay? So now we're going to determine if your goal is to lose weight, then obviously we need to be in a calorie deficit. And if you want to gain weight, you got to be in a calorie surplus. I know we're beating a dead horse here, I'm sorry. But I'm going to show you how easy this is to set up your macros accordingly. Okay? So the three macronutrients: carbs, fats, protein. We need to know what role do they play, right? Let's start with protein. Protein's role is pretty much to develop new tissue as well as repair tissue. It can be used as an energy source when there's no carbohydrates present. It also tends to be the most thermogenic macronutrient out of the three. So if fat loss is your goal, I definitely recommend a fair amount of protein in your diet. Okay? Then you have carbohydrates, which everybody knows what those are. They tend to be tasty. They can be high in sugar. They actually are the easiest metabolized by the body, so the body really likes them. It's our best energy source for us to use, so you definitely can utilize it for that. And then you have your fats or your lipids. And pretty much the role that those play is, they are tasty as well. They deliver nutrients to the body, so they are important there as well. And they definitely help with organ function. And yeah, they actually can be used as a really high energy source as well. So they all, pretty much can play important roles in your diet. Okay, so let's just start with this, with the protein. My recommendation, and what studies I believe have shown for natural athletes, is you only need about 0.8 grams per lean body or pound, I guess is what we're trying to say here. So just to use whole numbers, let's just say you weigh 200 pounds and you have 10% body fat, then you would have about 180 pounds of lean muscle, correct? And then you would just want 0.8 grams of 180, whatever that math is. I'm not that fast with it. So that would take up your entire protein intake for the day. Okay, so then the next two are pretty much up to you. Let's say you have a sweet tooth and you like to eat carbohydrates, then your carbohydrates are going to be higher than your fat intake. Let's say you like a lot of nuts, you like avocados, and you like that type of food, then your fat intake probably is going to be higher than your carbohydrate intake. My only adjustments that I would recommend is if you were some type of an endurance athlete or, lived a very upbeat, fast lifestyle, then I would probably have your carbohydrates on the higher end, and that's just because they tend to be a really good energy source. But other than that, the flexibility is all yours. So the question is, how do I adjust my macros? And I'm speaking as if I'm you, is however the hell you want. It really is that simple, because what it all boils down to is what the calorie is. How many calories are we taking in? How many calories are we burning? So it's all based on your goal. The macronutrients play the secondary role to the calories. So set up your macronutrients accordingly to your lifestyle and how you're comfortable with eating on a daily basis. Don't, I got to be on a high-fat diet because somebody told you that. If you're not willing to eat like that, it's probably not going to be optimal for you. And also, we're looking for long-term success here. So the moral of the story today is set them up however you want. Okay? However you see yourself eating on a daily basis. And as long as you are in your caloric range, whether it's a deficit for weight loss or a surplus and you want to gain weight, that's going to happen. Okay? End of story. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to make it as easy as possible. I think a lot of people draw this out to be an elaborate process. It's really not. You know, that's pretty much just what science says.